Ready for orders.
What's up? What's going on? We back. Bah humbug. Let's go.
Read this one. Piyush Hut 50. Thank you, man. A man is much more likely to be deleted by another man. This is coming from someone who fought off a home invasion by another man. Luckily, I was big enough to put hands on him and fight him off. How do you feel about that?
I
Leia?
already acknowledged that a man is more likely to be killed by another man. A man, in general, males are just more likely to incite violence.
Tilt the
They're just more
microphone.
likely. Men are just more likely to be violent. They're just more likely to be violent. I know that they can't stop each other, but they also can't stop women. The problem is violence is a male problem.
No, it's violence is a
Forced
criminal
castration and
It's a criminal
feminization for
problem.
all men.
The truth comes out. I knew it. See, there it is. There it is. You talk to a feminist long enough, and the truth comes out. There was like some feminist that was like, we need to cull the male population.
You guys, they
Wait,
want you to
don't
shut
worry,
up.
don't
I'm
worry.
sorry. With
There's like a very notable feminist who like wrote books and shit, and she was like, we need to cull the male population to like 10% of what it currently is.
Yeah, I'm in those spaces. Male babies initiative.
Oh my.
What?
I don't believe in that.
Yo, where's
least
my
publicly.
fucking haram?
I don't believe in that publicly.
Two. Dating.
Chains.
Dang.
Oh, I thought you were about.
Two
I thought
Chains.
you were about to do like a
Some
2 Chains
chains.
reference.
No, that's funny.
I didn't read this.
Not a 2 Chains reference. All right. Let's see what we got here. Let's play a little bit of Battlefield. Let's see what else we got going on. Let's see what other videos we got. Did Jamie Foxx die? That sucks. I don't know. They talking about it right here though.
This dude is tweaking. You gotta take 5, man. You was random calling people. You can't randomly call people out. That's crazy.
I wonder what he said. Let's see, things that make you go, He said he tried to ruin the movie Belly. That's weird. Shout out to Art of Dialogue.
Belly, how did it come about you getting a role in that movie? And I heard that you tried to mess up the movie because they lied to you.
Yeah, I was just trying to fuck the movie up because I wanted to be the lead character in the movie, and that's what Hype Williams told
He
me.
said, "I
when
tried
we-
to
when
fuck
we-
the movie
That
up."
was the deal we made. He was like, he gave me the script. I just did Mary Jane video with Scarface. You know what I mean? I just did that video, and he was like, "Yo, I got something, man. I got this movie called Belly. I want you to be the main character. I want you to be the." I'm like, "Okay, cool." He gave me the script, read it, love it. Let's do it. And then next thing I know, stop, shop, shut them down, open up, all this.
DMX.
It's like, hey, they got this hot dude named DMX, man. He finna be the next such and such man in the movie from New York, and we thinking that it would be dope. But I got something for you. And I'm like, all right. And so then we get there, and it's this dude he's like a snitch, and I'm like, okay, so I'm just annoyed at
He
the
said
character.
what?
I'm like, man, I want to really be like the lead character that you promised me. So I just like, I'm walking at the catering, and I'm like, man, I'm just gonna get this ugly ass banana. I don't give a fuck. I'm just finna start creating some bullshit with this goddamn character. I went and got a banana, start eating the motherfucker off.
That's like he was hating.
dropped down.
That's funny.
I don't like them. I'm just saying, I'm just being ignorant with it. It blew up.
Yeah, that
Right.
became big, man.
Now I knew that I was playing a motherfucker funny, but I didn't know it was gonna come off like that. I'm like, cause I'm just trying to fuck it up, so I'm just being extra. I know I'm being a hater, but I know I'm smacking.
We could face a global shipping crisis.
Oh, I know I'm doing all that. That's me just trying to put tens on it, and then it just turned out to be just some weird ass hungry, banana biting, hating ass people. You know what I'm saying? Person.
Banana biting.
Right. You can say, yeah, I don't like that shit. So all that was intentional when you was smacking it like that.
Yeah, that was all intentional. I don't like that. Like that was, cause you can't write that. What can you write? Tell me where that you can write something like that. You can't write that.
Nah, you right about that, man. You definitely can't. DMX, how was it like working with him?
All I can tell you, me and DMX, we rode around before he was a star, before he blew up or whatever. Like he was doing a movie. He had these songs, these big songs out, but he was just so cool. He was so like, he never act like he was anybody. He like kind of almost act like.
Yeah.
Like he didn't have no money, like he was just real, you know what I mean? And we would listen to a gang of music. He told me his favorite rapper was Scarface. He said one of his favorite rappers was Scarface. And I remember we was listening. What was the song we was listening to? What's that song? I realized you're somebody else's guy. Jocelyn. Forgot her name.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's on the tip of my tongue. I know exactly what you refer to.
So that was one. That was one of his favorite songs, and we was listening to it together. So every time I hear that song, I'm like, damn, I remember DMX said that was his favorite song. But he was a dope.
Laid back, chill.
He
dude.
He was kind of like a Pac to me, but the opposite of a Pac in a weird way. Like he was.
Why you say that?
Because Pac charisma was like a different charisma. DMX charisma was like and maybe it was just they had different kind of charisma styles. Like, you know, their style was just different. I think maybe Pac was charismatic and maybe charming, where DMX was charismatic. He was charismatic, but just more like a rougher. You know what I mean? Pac had something endearing about him. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. He was kind of more like, you know, like, for example, the music where Pac had when he did stuff like Brenda Got a Baby or Keep Your Head Up for the, like, it seemed like he could really come into a softness. Whereas I feel like DMX didn't you necessarily seen the softness in him. Even when he had songs like I'm Slipping, I'm Falling, I Can't Get Up, where he's saying some stuff, he just always kept it aggressive to me. Whereas Pac,
He's saying some
whereas
stuff.
Pac knew how to just, and even as a black queen mama, he just kind of, you know what I'm saying? He kind of like made you, he sucked you into all his world like Prince or something.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's like
Boy.
Pac, he had an emotional attachment.
Motherfucking
Yes.
chest.
Yeah, he brought you in. I don't think DMX gave you the emotional attachment, but they were. That's why I said they
your
were
ass
so
to
much
Wayne.
alike, but not alike. It's weird.
Alright, I hear him. I feel it. Holy shit, you motherfucker try to snipe me right when I'm... Every time, bro. Every time.
Charlie 2 is being contested by our enemy.
60 meters from my position.
Come on, get that shit, boy.
Need a second to reload.
Objective lost. We need to retake it.
I knew somebody was up there somewhere. There's always somebody up there. These snipers.
This one. Huge Hut 50. Thank you, man. A man is much more likely to be deleted by another fucking haram.
I don't believe in that public.
We're on schedule.
The majority of social laws favor women due to them being the majority of voters and population of the U.S. So if your complaint is the imbalance of women in government, you guys control the majority vote. Patriarchs work. Matriarchs always fail.
There's never been, we don't have any recorded matriarchies. So this whole matriarchs fail thing, there are no recorded matriarchies. We have no idea what the it looks like.
Well, you know what's interesting, somewhat related to this, is there was this show, it was like a reality TV show, where they put a group of men on an island and a group of women on an island, and let's just say it didn't go well for the women.
Yeah, no kidding.
They had to like get rescued and shit 2 days in. The man
Yeah, no
had
kidding.
a
You
fucking
take a modern
civilization.
woman who hasn't been taught survival skills. They're not taking Spartan women onto these fucking shows.
I'm not sure
You're gonna
exactly,
find
who they took,
those.
but they took like, I think just like, I don't. It might have just been like average dudes, average chicks.
Yes, men are stronger. Men are bigger. They can survive better. Like, I don't know. Yes, I acknowledge that.
Wait, so are you in favor of the patriarchy?
I think that in
Do you
I
kind
think
of
that
like the
patriarchy
the
could
patriarchy?
work.
It could work.
It could work.
You're about to be
Holy
ostracized.
shit, what's
It's like
up with my
capitalism.
goddamn
It's capitalism.
Oh, okay.
I think that I love capitalism. I have
okay.
some criticisms,
Oh.
right? I have some criticisms of the patriarchy.
Got some criticism.
I think that you could be a feminist and still be invested in women's interests and believe that the patriarchy is our best bet.
Can
That's
you
not me though.
Can you still be a feminist but also like want a dude to like pay for first dates and like protect you and want all these nice things?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
I think that's stupid though. I believe gender roles are kind of stupid. I don't believe in giving gender roles any merit.
I'm with you. I don't think me personally, I don't want to pay for a girl on the first date, so
You don't have to.
I'm a feminist. What's up? I'm with
Too.
you. You heard it. This is the whatever exclusive. You heard it here
I
first.
fixed him.
I'm a feminist.
I fixed it.
I don't want to pay for girls on the first date. If there's a home invader, she can deal with it. It's all good.
Gotcha. Hopped out the tank one time just to, you know what I'm saying? Somebody's gonna blow me up, I'm pretty sure.
Objective secured. Our forces just conquered Sector Charlie. drop. Move to counterattack. We are securing objective Charlie 1. Conquer sector Charlie.
Damn. That's the end of that. Yeesh. I'm going in.
We've lost Sector Alpha to the enemy. Allies engaging in Charlie 2.
I'm on it! Threat marked! 70 meters away from my position.
Charlie 2 secured by us. Our forces have seized Sector Charlie. We control the majority of sectors. Good job, Nopads.
Hostile located. Around 70 meters from my position. Careful at the marker. 150 meters. Need transport at the marker.
Understood. Requested vehicle en route.
Multiple enemies.
God damn, bro.
Taking control of Sector Bravo. The enemy strategy is working. We must secure more sectors.
Yeesh. Of course, the helicopter even gave me. Helicopters are OP. Oh shit.
Hooks in.
Holy shit. Got you. Holy. I almost got him. Damn. I'm dying over here.
Friendly down. Medivac.
By any measure, we're at half strength.
Get over here and help me, please.
We don't stop them, they'll take every sector.
Shit, that's hot.
Hostiles engaging Charlie 1.
One down. Woo! Time to reload. dog. Ranger request.
It's hacked already.
Our forces have taken Charlie
Shooting
2.
rockets and everything.
We secured Sector Charlie.
Don't approach. Marking objective. Defend that.
We'll monitor it from here.
Let's get going.
Charlie 1 is no longer secure.
Away we go.
If we don't stop them, they'll take every sector.
Ha! Got one.
Sector Alpha just fell to the enemy.
Here I go.
Allies initiating attack at Charlie 1.
Hey, give me a ride, will ya? Tango in the sky, 250 meters.
What the fuck? Oh, a guy up there. Hey, revive.
One of our objectives.
My dog is mad. There's a guy like right there. Oh shit. Yeah, go in there and get him. My dog is dead now.
Would you date a guy your age if he told you he was a virgin and never had a girlfriend? Go ahead, we'll start with you.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
I feel like
Why
it would depend if
not?
you had like the confidence or like the riz.
The
like, back it-
riz.
The riz. to
That's
back it
definitely
up a
not
little
enough
bit.
context. Like,
Yeah.
yes,
Like, it
but
depends on
like
the
depends on a
person.
lot of other things.
Need some armor delivered on this mark.
I'm willing to be a teacher for somebody. The first time.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna say, maybe when I was younger, like yes, but at 35, if they're still a virgin,
Okay, for yeah.
that's throwing red flags. I feel like.
Take
notes.
Okay, what about you, Sophia?
I feel like
Closer to the mic.
yeah, no, I feel like
Guys wouldn't
yes,
have a
if he was
problem.
A good guy. Just depends. That's not enough information.
I mean, I feel like a lot of you say that, but how old are you, Sophia? Reminder?
23.
23, 19,
Bonus, it made me, like,
20,
turned off. That's what I'm
21, 34. Okay. I kind of agree with Lauren on this one. Like, probably like if a guy is a virgin, even
Nothing
at
wrong with
21, 22, you're gonna, not that I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but I think most women are probably gonna have an issue with that because he's probably not bringing something to the table to still be a virgin
His
at that
pocket's
age.
looking like no. I'm just kidding.
But you're not.
He's rich,
Like,
then it
there's
doesn't.
some guys that just are
Holy
waiting for the
shit.
right one. And like if that's really that guy, you respect that.
True.
Like me, waiting for the right.
What do you
I don't
think,
know, maybe
Lauren?
at 30
What
though,
do you
it's
think,
different.
Lauren?
I can't speak for 30.
I kind of think as time goes on, it's really more about motivation than anything else. And so if someone's just not motivated to seek out relationships or even sex, I'm like, something's off. Like, something's not right.
No.
You know? Because, like, 21, okay, fine. But 35? Like, you've gone 2 of your best decades of your life. You're in your prime,
Holy
and you've
shit.
never had opportunity or interest in even sex. That's weird to me. That's weird. Oh no. I've thought about this, clearly.
Come on, bro.
Because, like, I think that a lot of, like, you have to think about, okay, who is that guy who's at 21, 22, 23 is still a virgin? By the way, I don't want to come off like don't get me wrong, I'm certainly not shaming men who are virgins or who have difficulty when it comes to dating or getting laid. That's not what I'm saying. But most women are probably, you have to think, like, he's not, the guy who's the virgin's probably not going to be the guy who's tall, good looking, confident, ambitious, like socially calibrated. Like, that's probably not going to be that guy. Now, there are some people, for either spiritual or religious reasons, they might be waiting for, you know, for until marriage. Yeah. Zach, what are any thoughts on this, Zach?
If I was dating a girl my age, and that
Well,
wasn't,
No, guy.
or
No,
just
just
guy.
that. I mean, we can reverse it for us.
We can do that.
But
You wanna do that?
well, let's before we reverse it, just
Holy
your take,
shit, how did he get up there?
My take on, I would say, yeah, 35 is a little weird. There's no doubting that. But I would say if the guy's intentions were saving it for marriage, I say that's a plus for that guy, because it's showing him that he's waiting for you to show, like, earn the respect of being that person. Yeah, it's really rare. Well, around here it's rare. Yeah.
I guess I want to, before we give our take on the reverse, let's say you met a great guy, right? But he was waiting until marriage. Is it a wrap? Like, are you going to wait till marriage, or is that something like you need to have sex?
See, I feel like you can't just wait till marriage. Like that, I don't like that saying, I'm gonna wait till marriage to have sex with the right person. Because what if you do that and you're not great in bed, and now, because you need marriage, you need communication to have this relationship to work, and if the sex is bad, then, like, now you're lagging, and that person's gonna be
She
like,
said you're
going
lagging.
off to look for some other entertainment. So.
Okay, so you wouldn't wait. What about you?
I feel like, as physical touch being my love language, like, or a part of it, like, could you incorporate enough of that into it so that I'm not, like, looking elsewhere, you know what I'm saying? Because if you don't, that's probably not gonna work out. I mean, hello, touch me. What's going on?
Okay, but so would that be a deal breaker if the guy says, I want to wait until marriage?
Are we getting married within the year? No, I'm just kidding. So no, probably not.
I mean, some people get married fairly quickly. Let's
I
say
don't wanna do that
Let's say
all.
one to 2 years.
Personally, I feel like how I was raised, if a guy wants to wait until marriage, that's a sign of respect for you. Like, he really does care about you and wants to do.
All right, great. That sounds great. Moving on.
Wait, what?
You said the chat's on fire. And remember earlier?
I noticed you're wearing a cross. Can you tell me about that?
Yo, Brian, I'm done with you.
What-
Today. I'm done. I'm opting out on that one.
What do you mean?
Yes, but
She's
I
a
am
devout Christian.
I am very. No, I actually am. I'm very Christian. I love God. No, I'm serious. I'm not being sarcastic.
He's like, but where?
What?
Devout Christian?
I mean, I consider myself Christian, and I love God. I love Jesus Christ, and I believe that He died for our sins.
But OnlyFans?
I don't do porn.
You got Christian OnlyFans.
That's okay. You can have your opinion.
Christian
Everyone sins, Brian.
OnlyFans.
Listen, Brian.
Christian.
Everyone sins. I have two
OnlyFans.
things to say. One, everyone can have their
That's
opinion,
funny.
but I know my relationship with God, and I know He loves me just like He loves all you guys out there. Jesus loves you.
Where's the haram
And
button?
also, no, don't hurrah me. We're talking about serious stuff like Jesus.
Oh, no.
And
Oh no, watch out.
that's rude.
The asteroid has been sent. Hold on.
Stop it. Get some help.
No,
Okay.
Brian.
All right. But I'm so upset my haram button isn't working. Okay, let's continue here.
Stop it. Get some help. That Jordan is always good. Motherfucking Jordan. We got video or no?
What's in it for me? College, I would say, serves underprivileged students from around the Northern California area. We're gonna check it out. It's Friday afternoon, see what's going on, and then we're gonna make our way further into downtown Oakland. What's your name, man?
Bob.
We're gonna meet fine citizens such as Bob, which is almost surely a fake name. Keep calm and return fire. You must be a Marine.
Nope, I'm actually Mexican and Irish, so it's my variation.
Yeah, they don't let those into the Army. Perhaps.
It's funny. He didn't even pick it up.
Blue ribbon?
Hell yeah.
With all due respect, I think my beers are a little bit better.
I mean, if you want to give me one.
What's in it for me?
Me shotgunning it.
Me shotgun. He's great.
Ooh. You gonna be safe to ride your bike home after that feat? What does your armband say? Embrace. Be the change. Okay. Those are two of the most meaningless wristbands I've ever seen. Well, no, we're chugging. Oh. Welcome to Oakland, huh?
Yes, sir.
You have a very peaceful attitude.
I try to be. Growing up, it's been not drunk, but
Why is that? Your dick never got bigger?
I would, well, definitely when she made it bigger.
Yeah.
I'm also very humble about sexuality in general, with the ideas that, equality and shit like that.
Sexual equality? Take one more. If you're a real man, you'd shotgun another one.
Trying to get me drunk?
Trying to get me
Now that I know you're open to gay shit. You're great at what you do. Keep it up, man. We're going to Delaney. If you guys like what you see, like the video. Don't be shy. It really helps the channel grow. And subscribe. We always need subscriptions. It's down below. We upload every Sunday at 9 a.m. How's it going, man? You want a beer? Modelo? Yeah, come on, come on. I saw that second glance. Yeah, drink it. Yeah, you don't drink? Okay, sure. I'm sure that's not going to disappear down your throat in 2 seconds. You're an alcoholic, buddy. Fess up. Ah, drat. You know, I was trying to get my laps in. What are the chances of us running into each other again? This is really rotten luck, Nico.
Sheesh.
Yeah, what are you doing, Nico? No. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. He was looking for a bathroom. He drank a lot of coffee today. He's been eating a lot of prunes. Nico, you little bastard.
Ran up on him. Sheesh.
Supply drop ready to go.
That's a damn tank! West!
Damn, I almost got him. That would have been smooth. Oh well.
We're from out of town. We're actually performance artists from Los Angeles. We just wanted to check out Laney.
Not LA.
Yeah, we're from LA. You don't believe me?
I don't know about LA. That's what I mean.
You think I'm lying, or you think I'm one of those, lighting the loafers gay men because I live in LA? Yeah, that's true. You guys don't tolerate LA people?
Come on, off campus now.
Well, he's implying he's going to kick my ass from being from Los Angeles. So now who's the wrongdoer?
I never said that. You're implying that now.
I took a logical leap, it's true. But there was something there.
See, that's why we don't LA, man, because of shit like that.
What about you? Do you like LA?
Can you please stop harassing people?
Where are you from, man?
No, do not film him.
Well, I just want to know if this guy's been talking shit to him about his place of origin, too.
Do that. Can you go off campus?
There's a class over here, so please.
Yes.
Oh, he's a student. That's why. Yeah, quit sitting in the front row like you're all responsible. You threatened me.
I'm asking you to stop filming.
Now there's just the three of us. It's party time. It's party time.
Hey,
Off campus.
please,
Yes?
don't do this.
Oh, okay. Are you talking me off the ledge right now? Don't do it.
Do not do it.
Don't do it, Daddy.
Do not do it.
Guys, please.
Do not do it.
Oh, they gonna tackle him?
Yes.
It's not allowed.
The golf cart's here. Damn, now we're really done, Nico. If you guys want to baton me, give me a couple raps on the back of the skull. It'll teach me a lesson.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious. I need to do my penance. I've sinned. I've come to Laney bearing beer. Hey, obscene? Did I use any profanity, Nico? We didn't use any profanity. Nico confirmed. This guy's got the high ground. You gonna Lee Harvey Oswald me? I'm glad you guys aren't armed. It's okay, man, if we just get in here. Come on, man. Come on. I just wanted to catch a ride off Campy. I want to go that way.
I'll be back for you.
That's nice of him. Shit.
Let me roll down the window so we can get a good picture of you.
I can't tell you how many of my beers this guy has stolen, cracked open, and chugged.
Okay, however.
I want to turn this around. I want to file a police report.
Well, what you do,
Yeah.
you do what you need to do.
Okay.
We're doing what we're paid to do.
Sure.
Get off the property, drinking, have a good day.
All right, or walking off.
Thank you so much.
I like this ride.
You have a blessed day.
Hey, you have a blessed day too. See, she commands respect through kindness. That's why I like her. Holy shit. I'm not the cops, don't worry. Yeah, they just kicked me out of Laney College. Said I was drunk.
Yeah.
Said I was disturbing the peace.
Well, I call it lamey. I call it lamey because they're lame.
You know what? They are lame. Stupid heads. Here you go.
Oh, no, thank you.
Pardon me.
Have a good day.
Hey, you're cute.
Thank you.
I like your hair.
Thank you.
You look like you could sing in a punk rock band in the 90s.
Me on a beach cruiser on the beach back in the 60s waiting.
I'm from Los Angeles. We have beaches. And a guy over there called me out. He's like, oh, we don't trust those LA fools. And I said, homie? I'll show you about trust. I'm about to me ass. You better trust I don't have AIDS. Is this your ride right here?
Yeah, my G ride. This is my G ride back here.
Ooh.
I have an apartment.
Oh, nice. Whose is this? Oh, it's beautiful.
She said, I have an apartment.
Are you single by any chance? You looking for a co-occupant? Oh, come on. I'm tidy. So where's your apartment?
Oh, shoot, right down the street.
Oh, yeah? What kind of apartment you got?
This is a 2-bedroom apartment.
Oh, that's a pretty big apartment. You got 2 beds? Just a 2-bedroom?
Yeah.
There are mother in studios in San Francisco. They bought those things for $1 million too, okay? Yeah. And you got a 2-bedroom? You pimping. What do you do for a living, girl?
You pimping.
Oh. Is that profitable?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. So you got a 2-bedroom. One room's an office, or is one room a room for the child?
One room's for the child, and one room's for the cat.
Where do you sleep?
No, I mean, my room's my room. Then the kid gets the room, then the living room's for the cat.
Okay. The cat's got free reign in the living room.
Yes, pretty much.
And then when you want to bring a man home, say a tall, spindly fellow with an orange jacket and a gold hat, what happens with Junior and the kitty cat?
Oh, I got babysitters for that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You want to exchange numbers? You want to make this thing official?
Okay.
Yeah? You like what you see here?
Where?
Here.
Yeah, you're all right.
You like what I see?
Yeah.
And I'm pretty picky too. I'm picky as hell too.
You're picky as hell and I pass? What do you like about me?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I like about you, but you go first.
You make me laugh.
You like that?
Yeah, and you have a good smile. You have good teeth.
That's
love
rare
that
out here
shit.
on RV Row. What?
You look real.
What if I told you they were veneers? That'd be good too. That means I got money.
I don't think they're veneers.
You know,
Even if they were, they look great.
I am gonna admit one thing to you right now. I have a penile implant.
Holy shit.
There's a little pump I gotta go until it gets hard.
Okay.
You cool with that?
Yeah, it's fine.
You'd still do
got
me?
it.
Yeah.
Wow, wow.
Yeah.
So we don't even have to go on a date?
Oh my god. I never put out on the date, on the first date.
But you said I could do you.
Oh wait, yeah, I didn't mean that. You did that.
So date first and then do each
Yeah,
other.
maybe.
All right. Nico, what's a restaurant? What about TGI Fridays?
Yeah. What about Benihana's?
What about Benihana's?
Yeah.
That's what the Asian guys go, "Oi!" and they flip stuff.
Or the Elephant Bar.
What if we screwed around in the bathroom at Elephant Bar?
Oh shoot. It's supposed to be the bathroom of the Burger King.
You want to screw around in the bathroom at Burger King? What if I make you wear a crown
Okay, yeah.
in the bathroom?
Yeah.
I could bend you over the toilet at
It has to be
BK?
gold. It has to be gold.
Well, I think they only make them in one color, baby. You'd like that?
Can we put the dollar sign on there too?
Yeah, we could. Hey.
Got your ass
What's your
coming through
name?
the window.
I'm Jenny.
You
Jane?
bitch.
Hey, do you mind if Jane and I use your RV for about 5 minutes? You know, we can't go in there and have sex? I promise I won't on your curtains or nothing. Damn. Jane, you know I tried.
Got his ass.
A long-awaited reunion in Oakland's about to happen.
Nothing? What? That's
a little
crazy. It must be
emotional.
hard.
Here's a talk in for you, and I'm gonna sip it with you, my man. Is it cool if I sip it with you?
I like this park.
Is it cool if we just hang out?
That guy's funny. Alright. Is it on?
Sector Bravo has fallen to hostile. We'll face defeat if you continue like this. You need to secure more sectors. They're attacking one of our objectives.
Motherfucker. I turn around, somebody shoots me in the back, and they shoot him in the back. Sheesh.
Drink?
James, you look like you're almost shell-shocked from doing battle with the rats.
Have you been? Have you been doing battle with those bad boys?
Yeah. To catch a rat, you have to know how to set a rat trap. And that's where I struggle.
These are mutant rats.
They won't outfox us twice, though, Leo.
Danny, they've outfoxed us twice already. That one's
You're
already
right.
gone.
You're right, it's already been twice.
Dude, they're laughing at us, dude.
Who, the rats or the residents of the park?
Danny, they're both laughing at us, if we're being honest.
He's crazy. Get back in a second. Hold on. See what else we got. Sheesh. This is supposed to be breakthrough, but I don't think we can break through.
We're no longer in control. Bravo 2 has been secured by hostile forces.
Hey. Damn. Oh, that sucks. Turned around the corner, seen a tank. So much shit going on in this game.
Oh, I need help here. Please.
Alright, let's try it.
taking Bravo 1.
Damn! Barely seen his fucking head. He peeked. Should have smoked that shit though.
Marking ammo cache. Bring in the dog. Ranger requested at the marker.
Message received.
Cancel that. Grenade!
Where? Oh. Of course.
Somebody help me, Dad!
In between two trash cans. Who would have thunk it?
Help me!
Thanks, bro.
Located supplies!
They've spent half their strength, but they're still dangerous. Bravo 2 targeted. Begin the assault.
I'm not gonna make it.
Down! Heading back!
Oh, come on, man.
Stay back! Don't help
Crazy.
me! Not safe! Do not approach me!
Not too bad, I guess.
We control more sectors than they do. Make sure you defend our positions.
We just supposed to be defending anyway, so.
They've taken Sector Charlie.
Sentry deployed! Stay away! Stay back!
Russians are attacking one of our objectives.
What is that? Position mark! Stand transport!
Copy that.
Reloading! Need cover!
Back in trouble! Go red! We are moving to seize Bravo 2.
Damn.
I need help!
That's crazy.
Help me!
Almost snuck on the whole group.
Requesting medical aid!
Damn, I should have stayed behind cover. know he was gonna be right there when I turned the corner though.
Our enemy just took Sector Bravo. I don't need help.
Have a listen at the following study, and then we'll discuss it. Angela Lipsitz and others, 1989, report that ending blood drive reminder calls with, "We'll count on seeing you then, okay?" and then pausing for a response, increased the show-up rate from 62 to 81%. Just this one phrase increased the rate by about 20%. When you initially ask for the favor, make sure that you give a quick verbal confirmation. This dramatically increases the level of internal consistency as you solidify your chances of getting someone to follow through. PowerPoint. Keep in mind that the act of volunteering makes it more likely that a person will follow through. If a certain task was thrust upon someone, you're going to risk an internal justification, where the thinking might be, if I don't follow through, he'll be mad. I will feel guilty or suffer some form of retribution. This can hinder his enthusiasm for completing the task if he's able to resolve this internal conflict. In other words, he's not doing it because he's a great guy who follows through, but rather because he has to. To override this thinking, when you think it may be a problem, you just need to include the phrase, "I know you could have gotten out of it if you wanted to." This is because when we volunteer, cognitive dissonance is reduced with the continuing thought that, I must really want to be doing this. The only other rationale is, I'm an idiot and I never should have agreed to this. Right. Most people's psyches are more comfortable with the first rationalization. This is why we often see people doing things that seem completely absurd or out of character for them. But wait, there's more. When you initially ask a person for the favor, follow this 5-phase process to solidify his intent to help. You tell a friend, for example, that you're having problems with your computer. He cheerfully offers to try to come by next Saturday. Now, he just might be saying this to be nice, or because he actually intends to try to come by. But you really need his help, and to make sure you get it, you want to move him internally and turn a casual offer into a firm commitment. You'll see that by applying a specific psychological sequence, you can take a vague offer and turn it into a specific, firm commitment. 5-step process. 1. Get him to say it. When you say it, it's one thing, but when he says it, it takes his commitment to a whole new level. You want him to say the words. Therefore, you say, "Do you really mean that?" Or, "Are you serious?" He will most likely respond with, "Yes, I'll help you on Saturday." 2. Get a specific time frame. You want him to commit to a time in which he will help you and/or to a time frame of how long it will take for him to complete his task. In this example, you would say, "Great, what time?" and "Any idea of how long it might take?" 3. Develop a sense of obligation. It's important to let him know that because of his help, you are going to, in some way, alter what you are going to do. Viewing his help as a plus is only part of it. He needs to see that the withdrawal of his offer will cause a disturbance. If he reneges and there are no repercussions, then he will see that things are no worse off for you than before he offered. In this case, you might let him know that you are canceling other appointments and moving your schedule around to accommodate him. 4. A sense of conscience. You want to relay that you are now dependent upon him for his help. Now is the time where you let him know how important his help really is. Mention any consequences that you might suffer if he doesn't come through. In this example, it might be that your computer is necessary to get a report in, and maybe you'll get in hot water if it's not in on time, or something to that effect. 5. Seeing is believing. Real estate agents know the power of this tactic. When showing a home, they want the people to envision it as theirs. Taking it from someone else's house to their home is a powerful visual technique. So when showing the customer around, they'll ask questions such as, "Where do you think you might put the TV?" and "Where will the sofa go?" In this example,
Kinda
you might ask
visualize
your
yourself
friend,
in there.
what will you do first? Hook up the monitor or go through the booklet? You want him to see himself doing what he says he will. PowerPoint. Master magician Harry Houdini offered a simple explanation when asked how he was able to so easily escape from a closed and locked safe. He said, "Safes are built to keep people from getting in, not to keep people from getting out." If you want to double check to make sure that someone's truly committed, then use this quick technique. There is a psychological door that we keep guarded and tightly closed, but there's always a back door that we can walk right through. This back door tactic is a simple and highly effective questioning technique. It works because no matter how well practiced someone is at convincing you of his sincerity, he isn't prepared to respond to this tactic. The key phrase is, what would have to happen for this not to work out? This is so effective because his entire line of thought is not on why he wouldn't do something, but on why he would. He is used to answering questions as to why he is doing or will do what he says he will. But answering clearly what would prevent him from accomplishing his objective requires that he would first have to have true intentions of doing it. Put simply, it's asking him to think like a person who holds a different belief. Under normal circumstances, if he was honest in his intentions, this wouldn't be a problem. But it becomes one when an individual is not sincere. After you ask this question, the only answer you should expect is a fast
Behind me,
nothing
every
or a
time.
reasonable obstacle. Something specific that is beyond his control. We all have reservations, and acknowledging them doesn't hamper our commitment. It just makes us honest. But if you ask Jake what would prevent him from marrying his girlfriend next year, and he smiles and says, "I don't know, if things change or something," Jake is not committed. If you merely ask, "You will marry Jane, right?" then he'll respond with a convincing yes and give you all the reasons why he loves her. Because this is the question that he's been getting consistently, and he can answer it easily and believably. The reverse, however, is not what he's expecting or is prepared for.
I didn't read this one.
Strategy
Huge
review.
hit.
When you initially ask for the favor, hit as many of these 5 points as you can. A. Get him to say it. B. Get a specific time frame. C. Develop a sense of obligation. D. Engage his conscience. And E. Have him tell you how things will unfold. Then end the conversation with a firm verbal confirmation and a simple phrase such as, "So I'll see you next Saturday, right?" Finally, as the day approaches, let him know that you appreciate that he's someone who really follows through, and/or that you are glad that he knows the true value of friendship, responsibility, loyalty, whichever best applies.
Makes
Chapter
sense.
16. How to get a stubborn person to change his mind about anything. Fewer things can be more frustrating than trying to pry open the mind of a closed-minded person. But by following a precise set of psychological tactics, you can get anyone to listen to what you have to say, objectively and fairly.
All right, we'll start that in a second. Hold on, let's watch this real quick.
Person that I really liked, but we dated for such a short period of time, it would be ridiculous to call that love. So I don't really know who. I have some idea of some person, but I'm sure that person is not the man he really is.
Wait, how long of a period of time was
less
that?
than a month. I just really connected with him very strongly.
Aw. So you
I
were-
definitely wouldn't call that, but that name came to mind.
Would you call it
but
lust?
Maybe, probably.
Closer to the mic, by the way. So that was
Yeah.
that you would say your strongest connection you've ever had?
Yeah.
In a month? Okay.
Yeah.
So did you have stronger feelings for Month Man than 2.5 Year Man?
Oh, absolutely.
Damn.
After Month Man
That's
and I broke
crazy.
up, I called 2.5 Year Man. It was like, can I just make it work? Can we just try to make this work? And we tried, and then because he was just kind of he was always there.
Month Man or
2.5
2.5
years.
year? I like that we've assigned nicknames to them based
Yeah.
on the length of these
This is great.
situations. Okay.
This is great.
Huh. All right.
Yeah, 2.5 Year Man might be watching. He's still friends with me, so.
Why do you think you've not had a boyfriend?
I'm picky, and then also when I meet a guy that I like, I could be a little bit.
Clingy?
Expectations. I have high
Why are you
expectations of
picky?
people.
Yeah, what are your high expectations? Why are you picky?
Like, okay, if you
Closer to the mic.
say you're gonna do something, I really expect you to do it, and that's for anyone, females or males. And it's just, I find when, especially with dating, like you tell me you're gonna be at a restaurant at this time, do it. Why do men struggle with that so much?
But besides,
Is that really a man struggle though?
It's not just a man struggle, it's a woman struggle too. It's a societal struggle that I think that all of society is. My girlfriend the other day, Faith, I love you. I'm gonna call you out, girl. She showed up like 2 days and like she kept postponing our lunch date, and then when we finally had the lunch date, she was an hour late. That girl.
Damn.
so then, if that's your friend that's doing that, how come you don't have the same expectations for your friends?
I do. I absolutely
But would you dump a guy
do.
because
I told her, like, if you keep doing this, I'll show you our text afterwards. I was like, I find this really disrespectful. We had a conversation about it, yada yada. But if you try to have that conversation with your, like, a guy that you just start dating, excuse me, sir, sit down. I'm finding the way that you treat me very disrespectful, yada yada. You're not going to be in a relationship much longer. I don't know. I'm not someone's mom.
Okay, so being late is a major problem for you.
Yeah.
I agree with you, justifiably so. You said you were picky, and then you also said you had high expectations. So
Yeah.
besides punctuality, what?
Okay, I
what
want
else?
you to be
Closer to the mic.
I suppose I don't care if you're highly educated as long as you are pursuing like something worthwhile. So for instance, if you are starting a business, like plumbers do a great job, like anyone going to trade school, welding, stuff like that, that's awesome. Or high ambitions with education. I need to see that ambition, and I'm seeing just such a lack of in just society in general.
It sounds like you want somebody who follows through. Accountability is follow through.
Well, there you have it. I guess that's what she wants. How will we know? I mean, she just told us, but there you go.
More than this strategy paves the way for getting someone to change his mind without a wall of resistance. When you're dealing with a closed-minded person, there are 4 possible factors for this attitude. 1. This person usually says no to everything, no matter what the idea is. If it's new, it's frightening, and he doesn't like that. His motto is, change is bad. 2. This person has a problem with some people, in this case, you. You find that no matter how persuasive, no matter how much your idea makes sense, if he hears it from you, he wants no part of it. 3. This person just came off another, though unrelated, situation where he felt taken advantage of and manipulated, and the wounds are still fresh. Anything that further deviates from his usual thinking is not well received. He's not feeling good about his ability to make decisions, and will retreat to safe ground to avoid being swayed. 4. This person has a situational aversion. This means that it's got nothing to do with you, but the whole idea of whatever it is just doesn't sit well with him, meaning that it's just not him. Your idea is inconsistent with his self-concept, how he sees himself. If you've ever faced any people like this, you know that arguing with them will get you absolutely nowhere. The stronger your argument becomes, the greater their rejection of it. Logic goes out the window, and nothing you say or do will make a difference. Unless, of course, you say or do the right thing. If you believe that someone's resistance is due to either A, B, or C, then you'll simply use a 2-phase process to get him to reevaluate his thinking about any belief, value idea, person, place, or thing. Phase 1. Various studies show that if prior to asking a favor, you can get a person to make a statement that is consistent with granting your request, you're likely to get a change of attitude and then her compliance. What you want to do is have her agree to an idea or a way of thinking that will later neutralize her own objection. No matter what this person's attitude, you can adjust her thinking radically and quickly with just this one tactic. For instance, let's say that you want your boss to hear you out on a new idea. Simply say, "Don't you think that closed-mindedness is such an undesirable trait?" Then after a short time, when you bring up the subject, you'll find her unusually cooperative and open to your suggestions. Because once your boss readily agrees with this statement, she's unconsciously driven to act in a consistent manner. This tactic is so highly effective because human beings have a strong need to be congruous with their attitudes, beliefs, and actions. For if someone thinks one way and does something else, he's thought of as confused and nutty, and we perceive ourselves in the same way. Once we commit publicly to a stance, our attitude will conform to it and then influence our subsequent actions. As we'll hear later, depending upon the situation, you can ask more specific questions to create a greater internal consistency in a person. Phase 2. Restrict in some way or some part his ability to do what he doesn't want to do. That's right. When someone is stubborn, it's because he knows that he can do something but chooses not to. By thwarting his ability to do it, the equation is now thrown off because he no longer sees the decision as his. And if you can't do something, then you have no reason to be stubborn about it. As a matter of fact, it increases the desire to do it. This instantly melts the wall of obstinacy. It's like telling someone who doesn't like to travel that she can never leave her town. Suddenly, with her freedom restricted, the ego goes into overdrive and creates an unconscious desire to be able to leave. Then once the desire to be able to leave kicks in, it's followed with the desire to leave because of cognitive dissonance. The thinking is, I want to be able to leave because I must want to leave. The mind then begins to race for ways to do what it feels it must want to do. This restriction can take any form. Why do you think coupons have expiration dates and sales are for a limited time only? If the option is always open to us, our impetus to act is not so strong. But once something becomes restricted, whether or not we really wanted it in the first place, we become more interested in it. Does prohibition ring any bells?
Exactly.
But here's the key. The restriction must be something that is overcome when the person comes up with the solution. Now, let's follow through with the previous example from Phase 1. Let's say that the idea you want to put forth to your boss is that the office should have a company-sponsored picnic at the park next Friday. You think that your boss may be against that idea, so you begin by laying the groundwork in Phase 1 with a general question, such as, don't you think that closed-mindedness is an undesirable trait? Or, don't you just hate it when someone won't hear you out on something? Then follow up with a more specific statement, such as, how important do you think company morale is to an office environment? These are obviously two loaded questions that, once agreed with and expanded upon, will produce an internal need for congruence. Then you simply complete the tactic with Phase 2, where you might say something like, I'm sure that most people would love to go on a picnic, but I don't think that we could A, get a park permit in time, or B, decide on what sports to play so everybody's happy, or C, get anyone to cover the phones. And that's all you have to do. Now look what you've managed to accomplish. You had a closed-minded person who heard you out on your idea, agreed that it makes sense, and then proceeded to figure out how the suggestion could be best implemented.
I knew somebody was coming.
This, done in conjunction with the following 6 power tips, will give you the opportunity to create a change of heart in even the most closed-minded person. These tips can be used as part of your 2-phase strategy, though it's not necessary to employ them all. 6 power tips. 1. When a person becomes adamant about his position, change the one thing that you can, his physiology. A person's emotional state is directly related to his physical state. If he gets locked into a position of denial or refusal, get him to move his body. This prevents what is called mind lock and makes it easier for him to change his psychological position. If he's sitting down, have him get up and walk around the room. If he's standing, try to get him to sit down. When our body is in a fixed position, our mind can become similarly frozen. Numerous studies overwhelmingly concur that there is no easier way to snap anyone out of a mode of thinking than to get him to move his body. PowerPoint. The power of physiology on our emotions is startling. You can try this on yourself. Sit hunched over, legs drawn in. Frown and put your head down. Stay that way for a few minutes. Now, how do you feel? Chances are you feel pretty lousy. But now move around and wave your arms and shake and move your body. Notice how your entire emotional state changes. By bending and moving our bodies, our minds, too, become more flexible toward other ideas and ways of thinking. Have you ever given any thought to the belief that older people seem more set in their ways than do younger folks? Could it have something to do with the fact that as we age, our bodies become less agile and flexible? 2. Give additional information before you ask someone to again reconsider. Nobody wants to be thought of as wishy-washy, meaning that if he changes his mind without any new information, he may be perceived and think of himself as inconsistent. Rather, before asking him to agree, each time offer some other bit of relevant data or remind him of something he may have forgotten about. In this way, he can make a new decision based upon additional information instead of simply changing his mind. 3. Studies show us that when our self-awareness is heightened, we are more easily influenced. This suggests that when we can see ourselves, literally in a reflection, we are more persuadable. Having a conversation by a mirrored wall or a reflective panel will increase the chance for compliance. 4. Reciprocal persuasion. Cialdini, Green, and Rush, 1992, found that if someone had previously persuaded you to change your mind, you would be more inclined to reciprocate by changing his attitudes about something when you ask. Similarly, if you had resisted his appeal and not changed your mind, he would often reciprocate by refusing to change his own mind. You can use this very easily to your advantage by saying, "I thought about what you said regarding any previous conversation where he was explaining his point of view, and I've come to agree with your thinking. You're right." 5. Studies conclude that when a person holds an opposing view, you should adopt a two-sided argument. When you're dealing with a stubborn person, we can likely assume that he's based his opinion, at least in part, on fact. Therefore, a one-sided argument will appear to him as if you are not taking his thinking into consideration. Consequently, in this instance, present both sides, following the rule of primacy. Be sure to present your side first, and you will find him more malleable in his thinking. 6. Let him think that he is in some way responsible for the idea. This accomplishes several things. Most important is that he will identify more strongly with the objective. In this way, his actions are deemed to be consistent with some aspect of his belief system. Once you've eliminated his resistance, you want to follow it up with psychological motivators to take action. To round out your strategy, use the techniques in Chapter 13. Get anyone to take immediate action in any situation. Now, that was the easy part. But remember that a few moments ago we said that there are 4 motivations behind stubborn thinking. The previous tactics covered reasons A, B, and C. But what if his stubbornness is due to D? Remember that D is a situation aversion, meaning that this new idea is inconsistent with someone's self-concept, how he sees himself. Getting someone who is closed-minded due to D to change his mind is going to take a different strategy. The reason is that when we are entrenched in a belief, it usually involves our identity, and that means changing our mind forces us to reevaluate how we see ourselves and how we look at the world. This closed-minded person has identified himself with his belief, and this is how he sees himself. By questioning his beliefs, he is forced to bring his identity into question. For instance, let's say that you want your boss to move up your name on a list of executives in line for a bonus. He adamantly refuses because he considers himself to be a fair and honest person who would not corrupt the system. To do this for you would mean bringing his entire self-concept, how he sees himself, into question. No matter how strongly you argue your case, he's not budging because it's not about you, it's about him and how he sees himself. No techniques of influence or persuasion will work unless you first address this issue. The key lies not in separating who he is from what he does. This is what we often try to do, but this person's anxiety will just increase the farther his actions move from his self-concept. Instead, this psychological methodology employs a technique to merge his self-concept and his behavior. Let's continue with the example where you want your boss to do you a favor that he sees as nothing that he would
Hey,
do.
do me a solid, bro.
Most of us consider ourselves to be good people, and it's safe to say, included in the definition, that we, of course, wouldn't kill another person. Yet, under what circumstance might you consider it permissible? If your own life or a family member's life was being threatened by a crazed gunman, perhaps? Now you can kill and still maintain a consistent self-image. By changing the parameters, you include the behavior to make it acceptable and even necessary. This tactic is made infinitely easier by using generic ideals in human behavior, which is the ideal way in which we all like to think of ourselves. To do this, you just align yourself with a greater and more important value to which this person holds. Under what circumstances might it become okay to move one executive's name ahead of another's on the list? It might be acceptable if this executive would suffer some sort of grave consequence if he didn't get the bonus. Now, so we're clear, you shouldn't fabricate the reason, nor do you have to. If you really need someone to do something, then your real reason should prove to be all you need. And remember, it's not so much what the reason is as long as you present it in the right way. And that is to incorporate your desire into his idea of morality and how he sees himself. You see, instead of trying to overcome his sense of decency, you simply appeal to it. Now, we picked one of the toughest examples possible. It would be rare that you will have to contend with such an obstinate position. But when you do, you'll be ready for it.
Wakasami.
But wait, is there a way to tell just how stubborn a person is about something? Surely you can't change everybody's mind about anything. Well, there will be times when a person absolutely won't budge. So, to save yourself some time and energy, use the following technique to not only determine if he's movable, but also to help you budge his thinking if he is at all flexible. The crowbar. Aren't there times when you would like to be able to tell if someone is willing to do something? How open-minded is she to trying something new? Have you ever wanted to know if someone was just putting up a strong front, but could easily give in to your request? Try this psychological crowbar to open a closed mind and see what she's really thinking. This is the perfect test to tell how open-minded someone is. Furthermore, it helps to pave the way to getting her to embrace the idea in its entirety. Sometimes people put up a strong front because they know that they will crumble if they ever have to defend their position. It has been said that the easiest people to sell are those who have a sign saying, "No salesmen or solicitors."
That's funny.
The reasoning is that these people know deep down that
They
if a
want to buy
salesman
something.
did get to them, they would buy whatever he had to sell. With this technique, you tell her that you want her to agree to doing what you ask, but only if you can achieve some highly difficult and amazing task. For instance, you tell someone to write down on a piece of paper a number from 1 to 100. And if you can guess what it is, then she will agree to what you want. She will likely agree because she believes there is little chance that you can guess right. If she does not agree to these terms, then it is likely that she is adamant about her stance. The psychological strategy here is not in being right. If you are, that's great. But in her agreeing to take the chance. Again, if at this point she absolutely refuses, then you know that there is no way that she is likely to comply. However, if she does agree, then you've managed to adjust slightly her belief system. And this is all that you need. You take her from a no to a maybe. Now she will have to alter her belief system to allow the possibility, though remote, for this to happen. In order to reduce dissonance, she unconsciously adjusts her thinking and will now become more open. She also now believes herself to be the kind of person who takes risks, which is precisely the image you want her to hold of herself, since your request falls outside of her usual comfort zone. Only someone who would, in the back of her mind, be willing to do what you ask for will take part in this test. So some part of her, to some degree, is willing. Now you know that you're not dealing with an impossible task. Strategy review. Begin with the crowbar test to determine just how closed-minded she really is. Because human beings have a strong need for consistency,
authentic.
have her agree to a similar idea or a way of thinking that will negate her own objections later. Restrict in some way her ability to do what you want her to, and give her the opportunity to provide the solution.
Finish listening to that a little bit
Be
later.
authentic.
Move on to this.
And, have at least that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a motivated guy who's going to help me with my business and build his own, and just kind of like, I want to grow with someone, basically.
Right, it sounds
I
like
think it's
bullshit.
entirely fine to have preferences, whether you're a man or woman. It's just upsetting to women when men only see us as our bodies and our
That's
body
true,
count.
That's all
Your body,
y'all
body,
show.
your body count doesn't have to necessarily do with your body.
That is
Like it's
what?
behavior.
It depends on how you value women.
I mean, what's the first word of that?
Yeah.
No, but body count.
He's like, I understand the first word.
If you've
body.
slept, aside from transmitted diseases, which we can talk about, having had a lot of sexual partners does not change your outward physical appearance. Although
It's not
perhaps
really about physical appearance. It's
But-
about how you value women's bodies. And
how we value women's bodies.
Sounds
how I value their, but your past sexual behavior is a behavior, not your physical body.
Yeah, I understand that. But when I see a guy who I'm interested in, I don't
Yeah,
see him
there's so much
as
patience.
just his past relationships or what he's done in the past. I see him as his personality, his intelligence, the way he treats people. There's more going on.
I certainly look at other things too besides just a woman's
But you
body
didn't-
count if you think that that's the only thing I care about.
But you did mention that once you find out a woman's body count, it's like an eyebrow raiser and most of the time a red flag.
Sure.
Yeah.
So
women have things that might be deal breakers for them too.
Okay, but say you never knew the woman's body count in an alternate universe. Say you didn't know her body count, but you grew to know and love her for her and the qualities that she has that don't have to do with her sexual past.
And so you're saying I'm with a girl, the body count thing never comes up. We've been dating for a
Right.
year, fall in love with her, and then
That's what she's trying to figure
somehow
out.
I find out she slept with 100 men before me.
I'm a
Is that kind of what you're asking?
Yeah.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Wait, so do people think that if you have a lower body count, like you're automatically going to be able to get like a higher rated guy?
Or like
Wait.
you're any
Well,
better
no,
about
I don't
that's
think those two
true.
things correlate.
Wait, can you repeat that
Like
again?
I saw a comment earlier and somebody was
saying
saying like
dumb as shit, bro.
if you have like a lower body count, like you're more likely to get with like the top 20% of men,
Wait, hold on.
like with a lower body count.
If a girl has a lower body
Yeah.
count, she's more likely to get with
Yeah, it's like date
High
like
value
a,
man.
Yeah, high value man.
I disagree with that because let's just put into example the girls in LA. I'd say they have a lot higher body counts than other girls in say Wyoming. And who's dating those guys in LA, the high value ones, the girls with the high body counts, just because of their looks, regardless of the body
LA
count.
guys
Okay.
are not high value.
So what I would say is that if you have a
These
low
chicks
body
are
count,
crazy.
men will recognize that, and that will be something that they value in a partner for long-term commitment. I think you ask most men, that's a major plus if you have a low body count.
It's like relationships like is more likely to be stronger if a female has a lower body count.
We're probably okay. So
correct.
A lot of guys, when it comes to just like, for me, even if it's something casual, which I'm not particularly interested in, I'm not interested in one night stands. It doesn't interest me. If I want to sleep with someone, if I want to have sex with someone, I want a continuity. I want to keep seeing them. But a lot of guys will tell you, for casual sex, for friends with benefits, body count, whatever. But for marriage, for wife, for kids, for long-term relationship, that's when they're going to care a lot more about your past promiscuity. So I would say, yes, if you have a low body count, you are going to be much more appealing to a high-value man, let's say.
Okay, I'm gonna ask this question then. Say you were dating a girl and she has a body count of 6 people, but 4 of those 6 people were married men or her best friend's boyfriend or
Damn.
something like that. But you don't know that information. All you know is that her body count is 6.
I still only care that it's 6. I don't care.
Yeah.
No. Wait, can you just repeat the last part? So the guys were married. What was the other part of it?
Okay, so you don't know the details behind the information of the body count being 6. All you know is that her body count is 6, and you're comparing it to a girl with a body count of, say, 20, who they've all been guys that she was either interested in or dated in some form. You like
for a little bit.
You're gonna say that you would rather say goodbye immediately to the girl with 20 as opposed to the girl that has a body of
I think
body
he already
count of
gave
6,
his
but 4
answer.
of the 6 were married men or her best friend's boyfriend or something like
She's
that.
still been ran through less. At the end of the
Right.
day, she's still been ran through less.
But she's made horrible decisions.
She might have been. We all make bad mistakes, but she's made less
Aren't you
mistakes.
saying quality over quantity, or is that what you're saying? Like,
the whole argument started
Basically.
talking about whether this was about bodies or not. And the argument was that it's actually about like sexual choices. And so it's a sexual choice whether or not you're going to sleep with your friend's husband. It's a sexual choice if you're going to cheat on your partner. Those are terrible
Big
sexual
boy, Brent,
choices.
what
That's
up?
the point she's making. However, you're saying that
That's a morality issue, not a
right. Even if she did that with 6 people, horrible moral choices, you're saying that you'd
green.
still prefer her over somebody who's been with
What it
20
do?
guys that were normal moral hookups. So you'd choose a cheater.
Her value is still her. If we're gonna get a little.
So that means it's about the body.
If the body count.
Yeesh.
Wait,
The
what?
quality
You see what I'm
over
saying?
quantity, no?
yeah, that's
I don't even.
Okay, get it? Okay.
It's not about the
Like-
quality. It's not about the quality versus
could probably see
quantity when
the
it comes to a
reflection in
woman.
my
It's about the
glasses.
quantity.
You wanted to come in. Go ahead.
No, I was trying to explain to you because you look so confused. Like, if
Explain.
a girl, like you're like seeing two girls. One girl has
Sounds
gone
wild.
with like 20 people, but they were just like regular guys, whatever, like met through dating apps, like normal people. But this other girl has a body count of 6.
Whoa, that looks like
Each
Asian
of those
Elon
people
Musk.
have been like a home wrecking like case, like best friend's boyfriend, a married dude. Like they were
She
very
cheated.
immoral. Like
It doesn't matter.
choices.
I don't think they're
but
changing
it's still
their
lower
answers.
than 20. Like which matters more to you?
If she was cheating,
But you didn't know that information. You all you knew were the body counts. You knew 20 and 6.
Well, then
I
this
didn't know that.
entire argument is invalid because you'd have to assume that you knew that information.
Yeah,
to-
knowing
I think
the
it matters
information.
if you know. Yeah.
If you know, but we're not gonna know.
But okay, but the point of
Right.
it is, it's like you are then dismissing women for their body count just based on a number and not based on the choices made with the number.
Like how many times a penis
They
has
still
gone
have a choice.
inside
They
her
still made minutes.
instead
They
of
still made.
the
They still made
choices.
choices. They still made less
Still-
choices
still
than
the
the
same.
person
Is anyone
with
in the
20.
chat confused? Okay,
I'm sure everyone's
I'm a little confused. So you're comparing. I mean, it's kind of you're comparing a woman with a low body count
What up, y'all?
who's cheated on her partner to a woman who's has a 20 body count, but she's never cheated. Like it's just kind of like.
What are y'all
20 versus
talking
6.
about?
How
What are
right?
we
about
doing
I
here?
would just prefer the girl with 6 who hasn't cheated on anybody?
Well, obviously,
Right,
yeah.
well,
in a
obviously,
dream
that's not
world,
an
we were
If
just
I had
giving you
to-
2 choices to pick
We're just
from.
saying how deep does like body count go? Like
I'm just
That's
saying, like,
the-
this is what I'm trying to say is like the dismissal
Yo,
of
mama,
the
what
body
up?
count number,
up,
regardless
Brandon?
of the decisions made. So you
What
guys,
up, Lee?
so you are dismissing a woman based on how many partners she's been with, and not that maybe she truly loved in comparison to
If you
somebody.
love 20 guys, that's a problem. If you
Depending
love
on your
20 guys-
age.
That
How old?
20?
How many times do you fall in love in life?
Yeah.
You know, I think
Maybe
they
not
say
fall
the
in love,
average
but
person
had-
kisses 7 people in their life.
That's
Damn.
A woman could be a virgin and there could be other disqualifiers. There could be other, just because you're a virgin or you have an insanely low body count, that doesn't instantly guarantee you a relationship. But there can be other disqualifiers. It's not just like, oh, she's got a low body count. That's all that matters.
They ready
There's
to
other stuff.
disregard
but
what he gotta say
But I
right
just want to
away.
bring it back to you. So you said that it's disheartening to hear that women value men, or sorry, men value women for their bodies.
Gonna watch Dungeons and Dragons real quick.
What's the question there?
I think
Well,
you're talking about
I-
the body count, not the body.
No, but you said bodies.
I think a lot of men view women as
A little closer.
physical.
And women don't.
Damn.
I don't know. It's fine to have physical preferences.
Are you talking about physical
Well, he
appearance?
said women don't.
Not exactly, because body count isn't exactly physical appearance, but it's something physical about women.
But so,
you know?
so it upsets you that men care about women. Okay, so let's
Men
ignore
care
body
about
count
body
here for a
count?
sec. Let's
That's
talk
crazy.
about
It's making her
physical
upset.
characteristics physical attractiveness, physical
Yeah.
appearance. Does it bother you that men are attracted to women's physical appearance?
No. It's fine to have physical preferences. Just saying it's upsetting when men only care about that. When they're not
So
valuing
sad.
women for their substance and just what
Who
they
cares?
see.
Well, okay, so now to reintroduce body count into this. So wouldn't a man preferring a woman with a low body count actually be valuing her substance beyond her
Exactly.
physical appearance?
Yeah, you could say that. I'm not saying it's
Oh,
not
God,
okay to
what
have
is she talking
preferences
about?
in regards to that. I'm saying when men only focus on that,
Even
that's
the other
still a
girl was like,
physical
"What is she talking about
space
now?"
that you're looking into.
Let's up the number. 6 versus 30. Let's up the number. The girl with 30 bodies. She's been an amazing
I
girl.
know, yo.
She's never done anything.
I'll holler at y'all later, man. I got some other shit to do. I'm about to watch Dungeons and Dragons, so yeah, I'll let y'all know next time if that movie's any good. Peace.